Hi everybody, welcome to G4G here on YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about the upcoming news of Spider-Man Homecoming coming to Marvel Games. I knew it. I knew my mic was up there at 94 instead of 84. Aha! Gotcha, bastard. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into it and talk about Marvel Future Fight. By the way, if you look at the 7-day check-in event that is occurring, and will end by July 4th. July 3rd, July 4th are very serious rewards, and you need to be careful about something. The reason why... Wow, I've never actually scrolled through that screen. I'll show you why you need to be careful. Today's background soundtrack is brought to you by the Heroes of the Storm Nexus soundtrack. Reason why I'm picking that today is at a conversation tonight about Jesper Kidd and Glenn Stafford and some of the work that they've done. Okie dokie. So, the reason why you need to be careful about the last 2 days of the check-in reward is because there is a cap. And where are you? Things that need to be capped. There it is. I am at the Phoenix Feather cap, and I am just about at the cap for the Mcron crystals. Therefore, and I happened to notice this today because a member of my alliance posted on Facebook that he was at the cap for Phoenix Feathers, and when I went to do a mission today, I went to do the Veiled Secret, Magneto's Might, I was denied from doing it because, well, not denied, I could still continue, because I reached my limit. So, what I'm going to have to do is T2 my Cyclops, and I'm going to go ahead and use, where are you, buddy? There you are, that 350, to go ahead and do it, and then knock the crystals down a little bit. The Mcron shards and the Phoenix Feathers, I apologize. You can't really save them up for Phoenix because you need these guys along the way, and you are forced into spending for that cap. So if I were to look at advancement over here, there you go. I would have to have something like this in order to advance him, or, you know, have a tier 2 ticket, which actually I am out of because I just tier 2'd my Coulson recently. This is really going to screw with things a little bit because I'm going to have to, like, blow the wad over here just to clean up the inventory a little bit and make space. I think I'm going to go for Cyclops over any of the others. I mean, Wolverine is there, Magneto is there. I think I'm going for Cyclops next. I kind of would like to give Rogue some love, because I feel like Speed did not get any love from these guys at all. But, yeah, just, I don't think she's as high in power as Cyclops is going to be. But, I mean, we have a tremendous amount of blasters in this setup, and Beast doesn't count because Beast doesn't need it for Phoenix, but I mean, you could certainly T2 him. Anyways, Storm, let's see what her T2 is. Yeah, advancement, her T2 is accumulates a bunch of true damage dealt to the enemy regardless, blah blah blah, increase of energy attack for accumulated blah 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 blah, whole bunch of scary ass shit there. Okay, so the reason why we're doing this video today is it has been announced that Spider-Man Homecoming related items are going to be coming to the Marvel games. And let's go ahead and talk and project what we could possibly be getting in Marvel Future Fight. So in Contest of Champions, it doesn't matter what's coming to Marvel Contest of Champions, because chances are you're not going to get it anyway. You're going to get a gold, like a double silver star Cyclops, if you get a crystal or something. But, okay, we will we'll play along with Kabam over here. We'll humor it. And say that he dons a new Stark Tech suit. Meanwhile, a new event quest and a set of new assignments from Tony Stark round out the new fabulous fighting game from Kabam, aka Netmarble now. Newly released into the battle realm of Stark Enhanced, Peter gets swept up in the nefarious machinations of the Black ISO Mafia. Interesting. As villains begin to amass a mysterious power source with the help of the Vulture, the new Spider-Man sets off to foil their plans against the urging of his mentor Iron Man. With the help of the Summoner, which is the game's character, Parker fights in the battle realm. He's got some stuff. So, it looks like we're going to get a new splash screen for Marvel Future Fight when it comes out. And this is what we're really going to talk about over here. We're getting the Vulture based on his Spider-Man Homecoming look. It shouldn't say new suit. It's not like we have him in the game, but okay. But fine, we'll say it's a new look for Vulture. And we're also getting 6 familiar Spidey villains for the team. But we have to go through a quest, probably similar to what we've gone through just recently with the X-Men. Take on Sandman, Lizard, Kraven, Rhino, Mysterio, and Vulture. Now, ironically enough, I want to point something out. 2 years ago, almost to the day, certainly 2 years ago, give or take a few weeks, we were actually having a spider-themed Spec Ops over at Marvel Avengers Alliance. I happened to look at my channel today and I said, what was I doing a year ago in Marvel Avengers Alliance? What was I doing 2 years ago? And I happened to notice that one of my videos from July of 2015 was me fighting the group boss, Karn. So, we were doing spider stuff 2 years ago, to the month, which is kind of interesting. As we know, we had Sandman, Lizard, Kraven in Marvel Avengers Alliance as playable. We also fought Mysterio and Vulture fairly often, but Rhino was always absent, and I found that to be a little strange, why we never had him. But my guess is that Sandman, Lizard are going to be combat. Rhino also. So Sandman, Lizard, Rhino. All 3 of those are going to be combat. Kraven and Vulture will be speed, and Mysterio is going to be a blaster. Which makes sense to me because of how blaster heavy the X-Men were. It'd be nice if they knock it down a lot. Knock it down a notch with the blasters. Plus Magneto is going to count as a villain blaster. So, not overloading villains and blasters is a good thing. Kraven and Vulture being speed, I think they pretty much locked the speed up. Lizard, I can maybe see going over to speed, but either speed or combat's going to come out one heavy in this, so I think it will kind of be combat. Rhino definitely seems combat. Sandman definitely seems combat. Lizard, Kraven, and Vulture probably could go either way, but I'm going to say their speed, and Mysterio just screams blaster to me. And then we get some stuff in Spider-Man Unlimited, Marvel Puzzle Quest, and Marvel Avengers Academy. So, in-game, if we take a look at our Alliance battles, and we look at the schedule. Okay, so, Combat Supervillain. This is the one where some people are possibly predicting that Carnage will get knocked off of his pedestal. And that is certainly a possibility. The thing is, who might do it out of all of these? I want to say that potentially Sandman has like a sand form ability. You remember Marvel Avengers Alliance? He would go into that like sand puddle and then pop back out of it. I want to say that similar to Carnage when he goes into his puddle mode and then jumps out and does the controllable leaps where he has the blobs that come out and do the attack when enemies, not the heal blob one, but the attack blob one. I want to say that I can kind of picture Sandman doing that. I'm going to guess that he probably has something, he'll have an ability that either jacks up his defense or jacks up his defense by giving him a whole lot of dodge. Sandman doesn't sound dodgy, but it depends on how the game is going to implement. Sandman takes a lot of damage very, very well for a period of time. That's my guess. We're probably going to see like a big hammer hand ability. Maybe he will leave puddles of himself in places that slow or bind as the character, as the game always does for characters. So he'll leave maybe like slowing patches on the ground that cause a bind or a snare. Lizard's probably going to have regeneration of some sort. I don't know what else. Maybe he'll throw cocktails, like maybe he'll throw beakers that do stuff. Kraven, I could kind of imagine him being a summons, maybe. Maybe he'll summon like a lion, kind of like KK that does something, Kid Kaiju. Maybe he throws a net that's a bit of a snare. Maybe he's got his spear, causes damage over time, like a poison-tipped spear. Rhino, probably just straight ahead, running over people. I mean, he's probably going to be the game's, like, first juggernaut kind of character. He's probably going to just have some moves where he runs straight ahead and knocks people out of the way. Maybe some stuns on him. Maybe Lizard will have a stun in the form of, like, a tail sweep kind of a deal. Mysterio, totally gonna picture, he's gonna be a summoner to me. He's gonna have illusions. I'm gonna say they're gonna grab aggro like Ultron and Bling Pin, that they won't just be DPS clones like Lady Loki or Floki. It's still possible that maybe his will not hold aggro because they're gonna be illusions, and illusions, if you believe them, can do damage, but they're probably not going to taunt you. I could see it go either way, but really not many clones in the game don't hold aggro. So he'll probably have a fog that causes a blind for 3 to 4 seconds. Potentially summons that will hold aggro and do damage. In Marvel Avengers Alliance, he had the ability to change the background to like space and water, where you would take drowning damage, and the space created like a weightlessness debuff that also did some stuff to you. Maybe I don't see him changing the background in this. That's probably a little too intense for this game, to be honest, but it would be kind of nice if he was the first one that could actually do it. Let's say Vulture. I bet you Vulture is going to be a flyer, just a hovering flyer the way we have in this game. Probably have a razor wing ability that could maybe, again, snare, maybe cause a damage over time effect, like a bleed. Perhaps some kind of a lift off, where he lifts straight off and then does like a strafing run kind of bombing. He probably will have some things based off the movie, which we haven't seen yet. Although I do believe some people have pre-screened it, have given it favorable reviews at this point in time. So it's going to be interesting. So, combat supervillain Carnage could potentially be in jeopardy. And I'm going to say probably Sandman more than anybody else on that one. Probably. I don't think Rhino's going to do it. But then again, the community thought Wolverine wasn't going to do it. And they were like, oh, he doesn't have enough AoE to make a difference in AB and AVEX. And a lot of people say he's even more fun than Agent Venom. And I would agree. My Wolverine's doing very well in Combat Hero Day. Here's all combat. I mean, honestly, it's just AB. So many combat characters can go through AB now, whether they are the ABX ones or not. We have Blast, and we have Universal Superhero. None of these really strike me as Universal, except for potentially Mysterio. Just Mystery Universal, but I'm going to say he's probably going to come out as Blaster. Um, he might. He might have an effect on that. Superhero Universal, I don't think will be affected. Speed, regular speed, who knows? Maybe Kraven will have traps. Maybe he throws traps on the ground that when people run over it, they get snared or stunned of some sort. Combat superhero, these are villains, so that's not going to be it unless Spider-Man gets some kind of a crazy, like, super good combat suit. Speed, yeah, normal speed could change. Right now, this is Elsa leading Kid Kaiju and Amadeus Cho from me. And Kid Kaiju does all the work. Not that Elsa can't, but she's on a bit of vacation after holding down speed for so long, and Silk. Kid Kaiju just does it for me now. Combat superhero, that's Wolverine for me. Regular Universal, I don't really see many chances of getting Universal in this. Blast Male, it's possible Mysterio could make a difference in Blast Male, but I mean, Doctor Strange and his movie companions are so good for that. It's gonna be tough to dethrone him, I think. But it's, you know, it's possible. They'd have to be very good. Female Day, there's no females here, so that's not gonna change anything. Universal Supervillain, unless Mysterio comes out as Universal, I don't think that will change too much. And just Supervillain, so this will be a big day for them. This might mean something, especially if they have Sinister Six related team-ups that do some kind of buffs. Speed Superhero, I don't see really changing. Again, Elsa, Kid Kaiju, Cho for that. So I really think where they will attack things will be Supervillain and Combat. I think that's probably where they're going to make the biggest difference. Spider-Man goes back to basics with his new uniform modeled after the suit. So he's getting a new uniform. Let's have some conjecture as to what Spider-Man would do. It'd be really hysterical if they gave us Spooderman. Just Spider-Man with a really doorknob-shaped head. It'd just be so poorly drawn. Spooderman. Spooderman. So, as you can see, he is, you know, he's speed. He's probably going to be speed the whole way. Sadly, I don't have any of his alternates. I really thought about some at some point, but, if they're saying that he's going to go back to his roots, similar to the Civil War outfit, I wonder how much different it honestly will be from the Civil War outfit that is already in the game. Which, by the way, I like. I just don't like the eyes in this version of Spider-Man suit. It's okay upside down, but on this thumbnail and in the movies, that really heavy black, that like Fallout Boy emo, I'm in a emo band black mascara look, I just don't like it. I like the thinness of classic, even though I think the whole outfit is good here. Just don't like the eyes that much on this one. And of course, you know, black suit Spider-Man, and all new, all different. He'll probably get another suit. I just, well, it says, and it probably won't change him off of speed, to be honest. I just don't really know what effects it would have. So, yeah, that's a Doc Ock one. Let's see what effects Spooderman actually has on his alternates over here. Store. I believe the uniforms are on sale. I thought they were on sale. Okay, so all new, all different is web shot and web slinger inflict static shock damage. I keep looking at that because from the thumbnail it looks very Spider-Man-ish. His Captain America Civil War changes a lot of stuff. And spider web effect added to spider kick. So that's another webbing ability. Have that one. I actually have the Spider-Man Doc Aqua just because it makes it so much easier to look at that ugly face. I'm missing Black Suit Spider-Man. I'm probably scrolling right past it. I keep looking for a spider-looking thing instead of a... There it is. Add more web shots to skill web shot. So that one honestly seems pretty low in the grand scheme of things at this point. And yeah, I know, that's going to be Doc Ock, but I'm not going to look anyway. Classic Spider-Man, that's him. Bet you it's not going to have any of the other Spider-Mans down here. Yep, didn't think so. So I'm probably going to say that the Civil War one is going to be the best for now. But if you don't have any, you may as well wait until the update happens and compare it to his others. But, I mean, in all honesty, this one having an extra ability cause webbing seems to be good, especially for lockdown. So, it'll be interesting. Can the new Spider-Man suit put him into the arena where he does well on speed days and everything? Maybe, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think speed will probably stay the way it is. And the only thing this event could possibly bring is maybe Mysterio will do well for Blaster. And I'm going to guess out of all the potential combat ones, Sandman will probably make a splash. Just because, no pun intended, he's probably one of the ones that you could give some unique moves to. And it'll probably come out looking a little bit like Carnage in his abilities. He'll probably like go into the ground, some stuff will happen, maybe he'll turn like really big and walk through the arena like Baby Groot with the long legs. Has some kind of a trample effect. The arm as a hammer is a classic representation of Sandman. Maybe a T2 passive where 20-30% chance upon being hit, harden his sand and have extra defense, do maybe more damage with it. Lizard gonna say regeneration, maybe throwing cocktails the way Morbius did in Marvel Avengers Alliance. Kraven, poison-tipped spears, a net, traps, maybe some kind of a summons. Rhino, just straight ahead damage, maybe something will stun. Juggernaut-style moves where he just builds up momentum and just runs. Mysterio, potentially fog, blinds. Maybe a background change. I don't think so. Clones seem good. Vulture, natural floater. Razor-tip wings that do some bleed damage. Maybe like a snare there where his wings pin somebody to the ground. Maybe he has like a defensive wing ability where puts the wings in front of himself. And he's like invincible for 2 or 3 seconds, kind of like White Tiger. Those are my guesses there. So, let me know what you think in the comments below. How do you feel, also, about this coming so quickly after the X-Men one? This is kind of a tough point, I think, for game producers, especially mobile games that thrive on content. When is it too little and when is it too much? If you go too little, then people get bored with the game and potentially leave. Similar to certain complaints that happened with PvP and Marvel Avengers Alliance, that if you give it a long time, people will leave the game. But for me, long time between PvP. It was just a chance for my fucking ulcer to heal from the way PvP was. Not that I have one, but you know what I mean. Stress over PvP. But if you do it too much, people fall behind and shelve content because it's slightly old and have issues getting back to it, or don't do the new stuff to finish the old stuff and do it ADD style. Or, you know, just be very anal retentive and be like, no, I can't do Spider-Man stuff, I have to do X-Men stuff. I think this one borders on being too much, too close together. Close. Maybe if we'd given it 2, 3, potentially 4 more weeks between X-Men and Future Fight, it'd be good. 4 weeks, probably everybody's gonna say, dude, nah, that's a little too much. The X-Men are good, but they're not that good right now that they need that much time. 2 weeks. Maybe. And I mean, I have to resolve my Phoenix Feather situation, so congratulations, Cyclops. You win by default over there. Yeah. Might be a little bit too much, too quick to each other. So, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below. And stay tuned for the channel as more news comes out, and hopefully some more DC Legends videos, as I've been beginning to think about some of the content for that. Oh, and to catch you up on my team, how I've been doing lately. So, PvP team is this right now. A carry team or a leveling team is Yellow Jacket leveling his uniform while carrying Psych and Rogue. And Magneto carrying Beast and Storm. New T2s for me are Coulson, Wolverine, and Magneto, and Hela. I decided to T2 her somewhat recently. Kind of a glass cannon, but she does have some illusions that help her live, so I've been working on her a little bit. And Coulson was my most recent. And outside of the X-Men, I'm working on Groot. Potentially Captain America to do some tanking in Alliance Conquest. And the big hottie, in case you guys don't know, a person that you really want to level and get up to T2 is Luke Cage. Now you're going to sit there and go, dude, Luke Cage? Why Luke Cage? And I will show you once I find him over here. Here's Blade. No, not being racist, saying that they all look alike. Where is my Luke? He's low, because I never touch my Luke at all. Okay, apparently he's a little higher than I thought. So there's Misty. I don't think I have any crazy uniforms for him. I should be able to see him. Deathlock. Wow, where the hell is my Luke Cage? Am I just that stupid that I have to be stupid and I'm passing right by him? Deathlock, Storm, Ant-Man, Choke, Karnak, Bullseye, Star-Lord. There he is. Okay, sorry. I do have an outfit for him. I forgot I got the hoodie outfit. So, what is the reason that you want... That's it right there. It's his T2. You have to T2 him to get it. Reflects 100% of physical damage. The reason why you need this is he is the destroyer. No pun intended. I mean, the character destroyer of the physical realm, whereas Destroyer is useful against anti-energy. Luke Cage is the one who does anti-physical, and that is your counter to Wolverine right now. So, if Wolverine's giving you an issue, like in Alliance Conquest or PvP battles or something like that, you want to get Luke Cage. That's how you answer it, and of course, if energy gives you an issue, you want to get Destroyer. So, peace out everybody, have a good one, happy Monday.